Welcome to this video on managing servers with PowerShell. In this video, we will explore the benefits of using PowerShell to manage servers and how it can make your life as a system administrator much easier. PowerShell is a powerful command line tool that allows you to automate tasks and manage your servers more efficiently. It is built on the NET framework and provides a rich set of commands and tools that can be used to manage servers running Windows Server, as well as other platforms such as Linux and macOS. One of the key benefits of using PowerShell is that it allows you to automate repetitive tasks, such as configuring server settings, managing users and groups, and deploying applications. This can save you a lot of time and effort, and also reduce the risk of errors that can occur when performing these tasks manually. Another benefit of using PowerShell is that it provides a consistent interface for managing servers, regardless of the platform they are running on. This means that you can use the same commands and tools to manage servers running Windows Server, Linux, or macOS, which can simplify your workflow and reduce the learning curve. In this video, we will cover the basics of using PowerShell to manage servers, including how to connect to remote servers, run commands, and automate tasks using scripts. We will also explore some of the advanced features of PowerShell, such as using PowerShell modules, managing server configurations, and working with PowerShell remoting. So, whether you are a seasoned system administrator or just getting started with server management, this video will provide you with the knowledge and skills you need to manage your servers more efficiently using PowerShell. One of the key features of PowerShell is its ability to connect to remote servers and manage them from a central location. This can be especially useful if you have multiple servers that need to be managed, or if you need to manage servers that are located in different geographical locations. To connect to a remote server using PowerShell, you first need to ensure that the server is configured to allow remote connections. This can be done by enabling the remote server administration tools are set on the server, or by enabling PowerShell remoting. Once the server is configured for remote management, you can use the Enter PS session CMD-let to connect to the server and start a remote PowerShell session. This CMD-let allows you to run commands on the remote server as if you were sitting in front of it. For example, to connect to a remote server named server1, you would use the following command: Enter PS session computer named server1. This would open a remote PowerShell session on server1, allowing you to run commands and manage the server from your local machine. Another way to connect to a remote server is to use the invoke command CMD-let. This CMD-let allows you to run a command or script on a remote server without opening a remote PowerShell session. For example, to run the Git service CMD-let on a remote server named server1, you would use the following command: invoke command computer named server1 script block get service. This would run the Git service CMD-let on server1 and return the results to your local machine. In addition to these basic connection methods, PowerShell also provides advanced features for managing remote servers, such as using PowerShell remoting over HTTPS, managing remote sessions, and configuring session configurations. By using these features, you can connect to remote servers securely and efficiently, and manage them from a central location using PowerShell. Once you have connected to a server using PowerShell, you can start running commands and scripts to manage the server. PowerShell provides a rich set of built-in commands, called CMD-lets, that can be used to perform a wide range of tasks such as managing users and groups, configuring server settings, and deploying applications. To run a CMD-let in PowerShell, you simply type the name of the CMD-let followed by any required parameters or arguments. For example, to get a list of all the services running on a server, you would use the Git service CMD-let service. This would return a list of all the services running on the local machine. In addition to built-in CMD-lets, PowerShell also allows you to create and run your own scripts. Scripts are essentially a series of PowerShell commands that are saved in a file and can be run as a single unit. To create a PowerShell script, you can use any text editor, such as Notepad or Visual Studio Code. Simply type your PowerShell commands into the text editor, save the file with a certain extension, and then run the script using the PowerShell command line. For example, to create a script that gets a list of all the running services on a server and saves the output to a file, you would use the following commands: $services equals get service. $services were object $status running out file c/services txt. This would create a file named services txt in the c/ directory, containing a list of all the running services on the server. By using PowerShell scripts, you can automate complex tasks and perform them more efficiently, saving you time and effort in the long run. One of the key benefits of using PowerShell is its ability to automate tasks using scripts. PowerShell scripts can be used to perform a wide range of tasks, such as configuring server settings, managing users and groups, and deploying applications. To automate a task using PowerShell, you first need to identify the steps involved in the task and the PowerShell commands that are required to perform each step. Once you have identified the commands, you can create a PowerShell script that runs the command in the correct order. For example, let's say you need to create a new user account on a server and assign it to a specific group. To automate this task using PowerShell, you would create a script that performs the following steps. 1. Create a new user account using the new local user cmd-let. 2. Add the user to a specific group using the add local group member cmd-let. Script would look something like this. New local username John Doe, password convert to secure string p at SSW0 as plain text false. Add local group member group administrators member John Doe. This script would create a new user account named John Doe with the password p at SSW0 and then add the user to the administrators group. By using PowerShell scripts to automate tasks, you can save time and reduce the risk of errors that can occur when performing tasks manually. You can also schedule scripts to run at specific times, or trigger them to run automatically when certain events occur, such as when a user logs onto a server. In addition to basic scripting, PowerShell also provides advanced features for managing scripts, such as using script modules, managing script execution policies, and debugging scripts. By using these features, you can create and manage PowerShell scripts more efficiently, and ensure that they are running correctly and securely. In addition to the basic features we have covered so far, PowerShell also provides a range of advanced features that can be used to manage servers more efficiently and securely. One of these features is PowerShell modules. Modules are essentially collections of PowerShell commands and scripts that can be loaded into your PowerShell session to extend its functionality. There are many modules available for managing servers, such as the Active Directory module, the Exchange module, and the Hyper-V module. To use a module in PowerShell, you first need to import it into your session using the import module cmd-let. Once the module is imported, you can use its commands and scripts just like any other PowerShell cmd-let. Another advanced feature of PowerShell is desired state configuration DSC. DSC is a feature that allows you to define the desired state of a server, and then use PowerShell to configure the server to match that state. This can be especially useful for managing large numbers of servers, as it allows you to ensure that all servers are configured consistently and securely. To use DSC, you first need to define a configuration file that specifies the desired state of the server. This file can include settings such as user accounts, firewall rules, and application configurations. Once the configuration file is defined, you can use PowerShell to apply the configuration to the server. PowerShell also provides advanced features for managing server configurations, such as the Configuration Manager and the Configuration Analyzer. These tools allow you to manage server configurations at a scale, and ensure that all servers are configured consistently and securely. Finally, PowerShell provides advanced features for managing security, such as the ability to encrypt and decrypt data using the secure string class, and the ability to manage security policies using the security cmd-let. By using these advanced features of PowerShell, you can manage servers more efficiently and securely, and ensure that your server infrastructure is running smoothly and securely.